Good afternoon, everyone. Morning if you're still on the West Coast. This is Reverend Amina McIntyre, President of the Connectional Young Adult Ministry, and I'm coming to you all live for a very special announcement. So excited to share this with you all today. And so I know for those of you who will be joining me right now, and also those who will be joining a little later and watching the replay, this will be some exciting news. So first things first, thank you all so much for all of your support for everything that we've been doing so far. As it's no surprise that with COVID, we have had a fifth year. And so the administration has been doing some work to regroup, to reconfigure, to see how we can reimagine this fifth year to come and to bring you all some wonderful things. So thank you all for tuning in for the call to action. That was on October the 10th. Thank you all for doing our photo challenge. Thank you all for coming to our rest and reset. Thank you all for everything that you have already done so far, and also your continued support of the Connection Young Adult Ministry. Today, I have some really exciting news. In light of the idea of the fact that we have a fifth year, and because I have actually aged out of young adulthood and have been serving as a president who's been rethinking how to make sure that I can always still be a part of young adult conversations and to be able to properly represent you all, it came to my attention that maybe, just maybe, having other voices in this fifth year might be a good idea. What do I mean by that? So what I did was I noticed that there were people who offered themselves up for candidacy. And when COVID started, realized, hey, you know what? They would be delayed in serving their terms because at the end of the day, whoever would have been elected would already be working. And so I decided, why don't I invite those persons to come in and invite their ideas in, see what's going on. We talked with the board to see what they thought about this particular idea. They were like, hey, this could possibly work. And so we embarked upon a new journey of engaging not only the persons who were offering themselves up, but to start to rethink about the kinds of conversations the young adults would want to have now. What that means is we've now come up with this idea of having what I'm calling a CYAM takeover. CYAM takeover doesn't mean that I'm letting someone take over as president or someone come on as the board. No, not necessarily. But with these particular ideas that are coming forward, the idea is that someone will have an entire month to start some planning, to start some programming, to really kind of kick off some ideas that they would want to implement if they were part of the board right now. And so I've invited 4 different people. I made an invitation to more than that, but 4 persons took the invitation. The first person is Miss Toya McQueen, who is our current CYAM secretary. Hers will actually kick off this Sunday on November 1st. And she has an entire month of events that she would love to engage you all with in order to kind of show some of the thoughts and ideas that she has in terms of young adult ministry. We're ready to embrace her. She actually has a video coming out really soon, a kind of commercial of sorts to announce all that she's doing. So be on the lookout for that, because that will drop probably sometime this afternoon. I hope I'm not giving it away, but she'll kind of do like a Beyonce drop and just go ahead and get it out there so that you all can see what she's doing. In February, Reverend Dion Broughton will come with us and he will do his takeover and has a wonderful idea that he will present to each and every one of you all for that. And you'll hear a little bit more about that starting in January. Next, after that, in March, Reverend Micah Carter will come forward and he will do some programming also as around the takeover. And you will hear about his information and his ideas in February. During the time that Reverend Broughton is doing his. And finally, last but not least, Sister Tiffany Thompson, who's the current CYAM treasurer, will come forward and she will do her takeover in April. And she also has a wonderful lineup of events that will come forward. And you'll hear a little bit more about those coming up in March. We wanted to give everybody some time to develop their ideas, to come up with some things, to get a little sponsorship support, to make sure that everyone knows what's going on, and to even engage some of you all and find out how you all can possibly be involved in some of these events. This is a very exciting time. We know that there's a lot going on. We know that we are voting right now. We know that we are moving around. We are praying for our country. We are working on different things. But at the same time, the young adult ministry is still active and vibrant and alive and encouraged and ready to do work with each and every one of you. So I just wanted to say, just don't forget that we will have a CYAM takeover, which basically means that we'll have someone coming up and they will present some ideas and have a full month of programming that works just for you. And we will be doing them first starting this November and then also again in February, March, and in April. So see you all very soon. I can't wait for you all to see some of the projects that are going to come forward and also to encourage you all to get involved. So stay tuned and we'll be seeing each and every one of you soon. But until then, just get ready for the takeover.